subhanahu wa ta'ala. Got it? So Imam Rahmatullah alayhi says, look at me, that this sa'adat is just like flying bird. That's what? Just like a flying bird. In flying bird, you have to have a net. You have to what? To have a net. Yes. To throw it on the bird and to grab the bird. So Imam Rahmatullah alayhi says, for that flying bird, the only net is al-ibadat wa riyazat. To do as much worship as you can. And that's why Ahlullah, they are praying in one night, 100 rakat and 200 rakat. The whole night they are standing and they are worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Very rare they are not having fasting. They are fasting almost every day, but only a few not. Whatever they are getting, they are giving it in charity. Whenever they have time, they are going to the house of Allah. These are ibadah. And if you will make yourself like this, so after that, whatever worldly work you are doing with a sincere intention, not in violating of the rule of Allah, so that will be considered as a secondary ibadah for you. So when a person will become such like abid, it means that he has thrown the net in the air. He has thrown the net in the air, and the sa'adat is flying there. He will grab it and he will become sa'id. فَأَمَّا الَّذِينَ سُعِدُوا فَفِي الْجَنَّةِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that whosoever will capture the bird of sa'adat, the ultimate result is that he will go to Jannah. وَأَمَّا الَّذِينَ شَقُوا فَفِي النَّارِ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that whosoever he got the other bird means shaqawat or the bad luck. What? The bad luck. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said result is the raging fire. So Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi, he said before that this bird could not be hunted but only with ibadat. And that's why he says that first a person must think of ibadah. That is al-kamalul awwal, the first ever perfection. Al-kamalul awwal, that is what? The first ever perfection and the first ever required quality or needed quality. Got it? As far as the worldly things are concerned, so Imam Rahmatullah said that is al-kamalul sani, the second quality or the second perfection. So put everything in sequence. Imam says, don't disturb the sequence. Put the first one first and the second one second. Our problem is that we have put the second one, the first and the second both. Yes? And the first one, we have ignored it. Got it? And that's why, look, people are saying, should we pray sunnah? Should we pray 20 rakat or 8 rakat? Because these people are not aware of that how a person will be able to hunt the sa'adat. Got it? Otherwise, if a person will come to know that I have to hunt the bird of sa'adat and the bird of good luck, so then he will not ask for rakat. He will not ask, وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ مَاذَا يُنْفِقُونَ قُلِ الْعَفْوِ. Yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that some people ask the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam that what should we spend? How much should we spend and what should we spend? So Allah said, al-af. Imam Jassas, he narrates from Sayyidina Ali radiallahu ta'ala, al-fadl an al-haja. Al-afu mean? Al-fadl an al-haja. Whatever you don't need, just give it to the people. What you are doing with that? Got it? Al-fadl an al-haja. Whatever you don't need, just give it to the people. Yes, whatever you have. Money, extra, just give it to the people. Extra dressing, just give it to the people. Yes, extra car, what are you doing? Just give it to someone to use it. So that was for Sa'adat, and Sahaba were like this. Sahaba Rizwanullahi alayhim ajma'in, they were like this. Abu Ubaidah ibn Jarrah, radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, Sayyidina Umar used to give him 3,000 dirham per month. I mean, so 3,000 too much at that time. Yes, made of silver. But one Sahabi said to Sayyidina Umar radiallahu ta'ala, Amir al-Mu'mineen, you are not giving enough to Abu Ubaidah. He said, why, what happened? He said, yesterday I went to his house and that was lunch time and he insisted to stay. So I stayed there and then he brought me lunch. So the lunch was, he said, what was? He said that there was a wooden cup. So there were some beans, little beans, but a lot of water. There were a few beans in, a lot of water. And he brought 2 barley bread. Give one to me, and he got one. And he said, just eat. He said, I ate it because of haya. But he said, I'm not used to. So it means that he did not have it. Otherwise, I know his nature. He would have brought me if he would have something else. So Sayyidina Umar, he was aware of. But he said, okay, let me check. Yes, that he made distinction in people or not. So the next day Sayyidina Umar went at the same time. What the Sahabi told him. So Abu Ubaidah did the same thing to Amir al-Mu'mineen. Yeah. The ruler of 1/4 of the whole world was there, and Abu Ubaidah with the brought in those few beans, yes, in wooden cup and 2 bread of barley. So Sayyidina Umar, he ate the food and he came back. Got it? And the next day, he gave 3,000 dirham, like not early in the morning, like 9, 10 o'clock. Yes, to that Sahabi. Let's take it to Abu Ubaidah, that Amir al-Mu'mineen sent it. So he took it to him. And he said, you should go home. Yes, and after a little bit time, just come back on that way. Yes. So he did that. When he was coming, Abu Ubaidah was standing there on the roadside, and anybody was passing by, he was like, take it. Yes, this is yours. Take it. Take it. Take it. Yes, Sahabi came to Sayyidina Umar. He said if you will give him the whole treasury, he will be eating beans only. These were mu'mineen. Because Prophet titled him Aminul Ummah. What? When the Prophet said, Prophet's own title is As-Sadiqul Amin. He said about Abu Ubaidah, Aminul Ummah. Yes? Aminul Ummah means the one the whole Ummah can trust that he will never cheat a single penny from the national estate. They were people. And we are people. Yes. God. So Imam Rahmatullah Alayhi says that for the set purpose, this is must for everyone to focus on tahzibun nafs. To focus on? Say. And what is tahzibun nafs? To make himself cultured and civilized with the ibadat. To make himself. Just write it down that tahzibun nafs. To make one's own self cultured and civilized with the ibadat. And to adopt a sect-like character, the second thing, to adopt a sect-like character, which will give him a resemblance to the angels. Got it? Now Imam Rahmatullah Alayhi says, وَأَفْرَادُ الْإِنسَانِ عِنْدَ الصِّحَّةِ النَّوْعِيَّةِ. Now look, as our body is, that is in such a way that sometimes that is okay and sometimes that is sick, not feeling good. So our surat al-naw'i is like this. Our qualities and our faults and defects, they have come along with our surat al-naw'i. And this surat al-naw'i, sometimes it practices the qualities and sometimes other way around. If it practices the quality, so it means the surat al-naw'i is healthy. If otherwise, so that is sick. Got it? So Imam Rahmatullah alayhi says, وَأَفْرَادُ الْإِنسان, and individuals, عند الصحة النوعية, when their نوع is صحيح, they have صحة نوعية, they have صحة نوعية, وتمكين المادة لظهور أحكام النوع, and their مادة or their matter, mean their nature. Their nature has the power لظهور أحكام النوع, that the rules and the qualities of نوع will appear in them. كاملة وافرة, perfectly. كاملة وافرة means perfectly. So these people تشتاق إلى هذه السعادة. تشتاق إلى هذه السعادة. That these أفراد here is the word تشتاق. Yes, because my print was wrong. تشتاق إلى هذه السعادة. So they have a shauq, a thrill towards their saada, or they are eager to have their saada, the felicity. وَتَنْجَذِبُ إِلَيْهَا إِنْجِذَابَ الْحَدِيدِ إِلَى الْمِغْنَاطِيسِ, and they are, look at, they are grabbed towards, are pulled towards their saada to have it. إِنْجِذَابَ الْحَدِيدِ إِلَى الْمِغْنَاطِيسِ, like an iron pulled towards الْمِغْنَاطِيس, the magnet. If you will put the magnet here, and you will put the iron there, so this magnet will grab it or not? Say. So Imam Rahmatullah alayhi says, when this type of eagerness in there in Afradul Insan, because their sihat nawi is perfect, yes, so they will pull their saada towards themselves, like the Meghanatis or the magnet is pulling the iron towards itself. Got it?
Yes.
وَذَلِكَ خَلْقٌ وَذَلِكَ خُلُقٌ خَلَقَ اللَّهُ النَّاسَ عَلَيْهَا. And these are the nature, or this is the nature. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created people on this nature. وَفِطْرَةٌ فَطَرَهُمْ عَلَيْهَا. فِطْرَةً and خَلَقٌ, the same thing. وَلِهَذَا مَا كَانَتْ فِي بَنِي آدَمَ أُمَّةٌ مِنْ أَهْلِ الْمِزَاجِ الْمُعْتَدِلِ إِلَّا فِيهَا قَوْمٌ مِنْ عُظَمَائِهِمْ. And that's why, as this is in the nature of human, but certain people are sick, so that's why they are not looking or thinking of their sa'ada. But those who are okay and healthy, they are thinking of their sa'ada, how to get it. So Imam Rahmatullah alayhi say, as this is nature, so that's why. Ma kanat fi bani Adam ummah. In the children of Adam, there was no any ummah min ahli al-mizaj al-mu'tadil, of those who had the balanced nature, of those who had the balanced nature. Illa fiya qawmun min uzamaihim. But amongst them, there was a group from their great people. In their ummah, there were a group from their great people, يهتمون بتكميل هذا الخلق, that they were giving due importance. ihtimam means giving due importance. That they were giving due importance بتكميل هذا الخلق, to make this character or this quality perfect. ويرونه السعادة القصوى, and they were thinking or seeing that as the utmost سعادة. قصوى means utmost. ويراهم الملوك والحكماء فمن دونهم فائزين وما يجل من السعادات الدنيا. And even the kings, so kings don't have the political control, and hukama, the philosophers, don't have the control of knowledge. Those who have the control of knowledge, so even the muluk and the hukama, they used to look at them are those who are beneath the kings and the philosophers. So all of them, they were looking at these ulama, faizin, that they are faizin, that they are successful. بما يدل عن سعادات الدنيا كلها ملتحقين بالملائكة. فايزين بما, that they are successful بما, that success is on what? بما يجل من سعادات الدنيا كلها. جل يجل بمعنى عظم يعظمه. بمعنى عظم يعظمه. بما يجل أي يعظم عن سعادات الدنيا كلها. That they are successful for their sa'adat, which is very much high than all the sa'adat and facilities of this world. Got it? Yeah. So somebody, he will be having the kingdom, that's also considered a type of sa'adat. But this sa'adat, again, that one means nothing. Why? Because multahiqeen bil malaika, that they are connected to the angels. Munkhalitin fi silkihim. This is called inkhirat. This is called inkhirat, when you are putting the beads in the door. That's called. So they are in the door of the malaika. منخرطين في سلكهم حتى صاروا يتبركون بهم حتى صاروا يتبركون بهم. So even the muluk and the hukama ومن دونهم, the kings, the philosophers and those who are lower than them in category, صاروا, they are, this word is swaru. Once again, my writer has written wrong. He turned the ra to waw or waw to ra. Hatta saru yatabarrakuna bihim. So they became the muluka hukama wa man dunahum. They became yatabarrakuna bihim. They were getting barakah through these people. They were getting barakah. Look, to these pious people. The kings are coming to their place or not? Say, the great scholars are coming to their place or not? Why? Because they are mulhaq bil malaika. They are 24/7 busy in worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and thinking of the good of his creature. And that has God then connected to the angels. God and looking towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَيُقَبِّلُونَ أَيْدِيَهُمْ وَأَرْجُلَهُم. And these great people, worldly great people like the kings and the great scholars, the philosophers, they are coming. يُقَبِّلُونَ أَيْدِيَهُم. They are kissing their hands. وَأَرْجُلَهُم, and kissing their feet. فَهَلْ يُمْكِنُ. So now Imam Rahmatullah Alayhi says, if in every time and every era we have seen such like people, so do you think that this is a coincidence? Imam says, no, that's the requirement of nature. And that nature has been created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فهل يمكن. So is it possible أن يتفق عرب الناس وعجبهم على اختلاف عاداتهم وأديانهم وتباعد مساكنهم وبلدانهم. Now this is a practice which is seen in every ummah. Which is seen in every ummah. So Imam Rahmatullah Alayhi says that their time is different. Their area is different. Their habits are different. Their habits are different. And their creed is different. Some of them Arab and some of them are non-Arab. And in every nation, this practice has been seen. So do you think that this is a coincidence? Is it possible without something in between? No. So Imam Rahmatullah Alayhi will say, أن يتفق عرب الناس وعجمهم على اختلاف عاداتهم. Their عادات are different. وأديانهم. Their deen is different even. وتباعد مساكنهم. Their places are far from one another. وبلدانهم. Their areas are too far from one another. So هل يمكن أن يتفق على شيء واحد وحدة نوعية. So is it possible that they can be made alike? They will be alike. على شيء واحد, on one practice وحدة نوعية, which is a وحدة نوعية, that all of them they are doing that these are human and they are human. So is it ممكن? So Imam Rahmatullah Alayhi said, no, إلا لمناسبة فطرية. There is some natural requirement, or there is some natural acquirement, that nature acquiring. كيف لا? And how it will not be so. وقد عرفت, and you have known أن الملكية موجودة في أصل فطرة الإنسان, that agency is there in the nature of human. وعرفت أفاضل الناس وأساطينهم من هم, and you have known أفاضل الناس, the plural of أفضل, the best of people. وأساطينهم, أساطين is the plural of أسطوانة. أسطوانة means those who are considered the pillars of a nation. They are considered the pillar, mean the chieftains. The pillar, that literal meaning, but asatin, that's for sardar, for chiefs. وَعَرَفْتَ أَفَاضِلَ النَّاسِ, and you have seen the chiefs of people, وَأَفَاضِلَهُم, and the best of people, manhum, that who they are. وَاللَّهُ أَعْلَمُ وَصَلَّى اللَّهُ تَعَالَى عَلَى خَيْرِ خَلْقِهِ مُحَمَّدٍ وَآلِهِ وَصَحْبِهِ أَجْمَعِينَ. Ya Allah.